Alright, so here we are. Sunday War Machine. Adam and Chris.
Playing like we got a pair.
Playing like we got a pair.
Balls.
So we got, we're doing a three-player multiplayer free-for-all. We're still learning the rules, so bear with us. But it's Mangled Metal, right? Or Mosh Pit, sorry. Mosh Pit. Yeah. So there's a 14-inch diameter circle in the middle that we're fighting for control of. We got Adam running his Menoth Force.
Yep.
He's got the ammo. You just explain your list here.
Yeah, I got Ammon Adraza. He's a Warjack caster, the specialist for the League, or for the Protectorate. He's got 2 Dervishes and a Vigilant, and then he's got I think it's a Revenger? No, a Repenter on the side. And then I got a full Choir, and then I've got a Paladin.
Paladin of the Wall.
Yeah.
Alright, then we have Chris running Cryx, the Necro Undead.
The Silver Army.
The shiny Cryx. So just show the units you have. I can see Mechano Thralls.
Yeah, got a unit of Mechano Thralls, unit of Stitch Thralls, Death Ripper, Slayer, Scar, and behind the Slayer. Then the War Witch Siren, which is the solo, and the Stalker.
Cool. And I'm switching up to Khador today. I just painted the battle box for Signar, but I've actually decided to run my Khador models just to give it a shot. So I had to proxy because I don't have models. So I have the Butcher leading this one, all painted up. I've got the Devastator and the Juggernaut. So basically a battle box, just different caster. And then the 6 models in the middle are Menoth models, but they're proxying in as Iron Fang Pikemen. So it's just the small size, min size of Iron Fang Pikemen. So I'll pick it up after the end of turn 1. Being 3-player, Chris rolled highest, decided to go 3rd. So that means Adam's going first, followed by me, and then Chris. So we'll pick it up at the end of that. Alright, so end of turn 1. Everyone's, as you can see, advancing up the board here. So we'll just go through quickly. Adam pretty much ran everything up. You cast a couple spells, right?
Yeah, just put up Synergy and then did Mobility, just to give everybody a speed boost.
And Pathfinder, right?
Mobility does not give them... Oh yeah, it does give them Pathfinder. That's right.
Cool, so you're moving up there.
Yeah.
Chris
ran up the board.
Ran everything up the board, pushing hard onto the Menoth flank, it looks. Running his solos out the side, because they have the range. And then I sort of did the same thing, pushing up the center. Got the Juggernaut on the far end, Butcher in the back, and then the Destroyer coming this way. These guys, the Iron Fang Pikemen, are in base to base in 2 sets, so they cast a shield wall order, and then Butcher put Iron Flesh on them. So that's turn 1. On to turn 2. So into turn 2, you see Cryx is advancing. Tried to cast, what was it you tried to get? Blood Rain on the Paladin, but because he was in the woods, it was harder to hit, and it didn't go off. And he sacked one of his Stitch Thralls for focus for next turn. He's flanking with the solos around my side. There's my Juggernaut. Iron Fang Pikemen still with the shield wall order again, and I upkept Iron Flesh on them. They just moved ahead slowly, 4 inches. And then I have the Devastator. I couldn't shoot at that because it had the prayer on it, so the Devastator just kind of advanced and fired and actually hit the Choirman that was right about there. Popped him off. And then I had to camp the rest of the focus because I didn't have enough focus cast anything else. So we're on to turn 3. Alright, so recap. A lot has happened this turn. I'll let Adam run through his advances over here in the woods.
Yeah, alright, so he ended up recasting Synergy. The Paladin moved up and then did his action doing Stone and Mortar, basically to act as a block, so he got +5/+5 on top of the +4 for the concealment. Then the Choir of Menoth moved up and then cast, Battle on this guy to get +2/+2. He ended up walking in, because he didn't have charge, into this guy and doing a little bit of damage and then moving 2 inches aside to act as a block. And then this guy moved up, basically act as a wall, and he moved up. He moved up, and then I just moved this guy back to try to sort of move my force and consolidate my force again. But it didn't work out too well.
My turn was kind of uneventful. I just walked up, shot with the Destroyer, hit your Jack, did a little bit of damage to it. I upkept the Iron Flesh on the Iron Fang Pikemen. They have their shield wall still in effect. They're just advancing the 5 inches a turn. Move the Juggernaut, getting ready for the 2 solos. And then Chris counter-assaulted here.
The Mech Thralls managed to kill the one light jack in front of them, the dervish. The Slayer charged in and killed the other dervish.
Yep.
And my heavily damaged jack managed to run into the middle.
Yeah,
because he wasn't in range. And that's about
And Scar's hanging out on the hill over there.
Yeah.
Alright. Turn 4. Oh, end of turn 5, I think.
Yep.
Everything that you see standing... Well, what happened here? With basically a bunch of melee, you got rid of his Mechanothralls, so
Yep.
all those in the back are dead.
Mechanothralls died to Ammon Ra from his Thresher
And basically,
attack.
that one's dead, one's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah,
I
and
killed
that's
him
dead.
with him.
He's alive.
Yep, he's alive.
Yep.
These guys basically just supported this guy by casting shielding on him. He's been falling back to regroup.
And then, so there's nothing in Cryx left in this
There's
area.
nothing
They've all
Cryx
shifted this way. I charged in with my Iron Fang Pikeman here, and totally whiffed. Didn't even hit the Bonejack. It attacked back and killed 3. They failed their command check, so they're running on my turn.
Do they automatically run, or do you check it?
I failed. No, they run, and then I have a chance to rally at the end of their activation. Moved up here. The Destroyer actually fired and hit the solo out here. Did 4 points, not 5, so it's still alive. And that was about it for my turn. So we're on to turn 6. And basically it's getting pretty tight to hold that center. Not a lot of units left. End of turn 5. We have, or 6. 5? 6? Anyways.
6.
Menoth moving towards the center, the Warcaster up front, leading the Choir and the Light Jack. The Valiant, or Vigilance, or whatever, charged up there and actually did destroy the Bonejack. My fleeing pikemen rallied, and I upkept Iron Flesh on them, so they're just sitting right there. Moved over, pot shot with the Destroyer, did 4 points on Amun-Ra, or whatever his name is, and then I fired with the Blunderbuss and did
Another 4 points.
4 more points,
Yeah.
that's right. Yep. Boosting the attacks helps me hit because
Yeah.
he's in the woods. Chris moved over his solo and healed it up to full strength. And then cast a bunch of spells onto this Jack, did corrosion, and has feedback. Is that what it's called?
The Backlash.
Backlash, the one where if it takes damage, it does a point to the controller.
Yeah.
So that's where we are now, starting this turn. So, going to see in the control zone right now, you have basically my Jacks and Warcaster. Basically, all my army is in the control zone, and that one Menoth Jack. So, on to the next turn. Alright, so big action this time around. Menoth advanced. What happened? I'm trying to remember now.
I advanced with Menoth, charged with him into these guys.
Oh, that's right. The Iron Fang pikemen that were right here.
And then I
Charged
spray
in,
attacked
wiped him
with
out.
this guy.
That's
into
right.
The same thing.
Yep, spray attacked into them. So they're down to one guy who's there now. I ended up, after doing all that, he then ran his Warcaster up behind the Vigilant to hide it. I popped Butcher's Feet, so everyone gets bonus to their damage rolls, and then he cast Full Throttle, so the Jacks both charged and had bonus to hit, bonus damage. So in the ensuing crushingness, I smoke-dated the Redeemer, I think it's called. That one got toasted, and then the Juggernaut did a whole pile of damage and actually killed off the Vigilant there. And then I swung the lone remaining Iron Fang pikeman around. On the off chance I'd roll a 10 to hit him and hopefully get boosted damage, and I missed. However, not knowing that, it actually made Cryx take a penalty to actually try and cast at him, but Chris moved everything and forgot to cast, so he's camping a whole pile of focus. And that's the remaining Cryx force right there. So a Light Jack, solo, actually 2 solos, a Light Jack and the caster, right?
Well, the Stitch Thrall is part of a unit.
Oh, it's a healer, though, right?
Yeah.
Because you healed the other one back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the souls, everything's all healed back up. So he's got no damage. My Jacks are undamaged and my caster's undamaged. So it's looking dire for Menoth right now because he's got a Choir and his Warcaster. But his Warcaster's melee, so this is where that can pay off. So we'll wrap it up there and we'll see. This will probably be the deciding turn because I have a sinking suspicion that Amun-Ra here is going to beef right into her.
That's right.
And stack his focus and hold, and we'll see what happens. And if that happens, then I will win because he'll be out of the circle. And that'll be game. Oh, it didn't take long. My turn. Allocated focus. Put 2 on the Destroyer. 4 on the Butcher. Activated the Destroyer first, fired at Scar, ignoring the wrecked Jack, so with the Bombard. I missed, it deviated only 2 inches, so she's caught in a blast, took half damage, but I boosted the damage, and I rolled a 12, plus half damage, which is 7, so I did 19. The exactly number of hit points she had left, 4. Killed her. So the Butcher didn't have to attack back, and that's game. That was insane. But it was kind of early on, we knew that since they went at each other early on, and I just kind of walked into the middle, that I'd be in a position to clean up. My Jacks are both standing there untouched. They didn't actually... They did quite a lot the one turn with the feet, but they didn't do anything the rest of the game. So that's what happens when it's a 3-way game. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. That was really good.